Group for the project we decided was the college struggles and meeting new people with specific focus on college students during the pandemic. So we had a lot of problems that we'd considered. For example, lack of parking in Athens. Feels like anywhere you park, you're going to get a ticket when you show up to your car. Uh, Another problem, mental illness in college students and why they turn to drinking. Another problem was eating disorders in young teens and adolescents. We saw that eating disorders happen when college students enter their first and second year of college. The problem we decided to focus on was meeting new people in college and the stress it has on them, uh, especially with this school year and the pandemic and how everything was on Zoom. So face to face, in person classes, all that was wiped away. So you had to build a relationship through a screen. And we chose this because we believe that there was enough information with how difficult it could have been before a pandemic. And now we talk about how it has changed through isolation. A lot of peers said the same exact thing and gave a lot of similar feedback and interest. So this sounded like a fun topic to elaborate on.
All right. For our resources that we used the Alden Library database through the university's website. And again, because there's so much information on something like this before anything like COVID happened, it was hard to find information on this subject. COVID-19 happening last year around March really threw a wrench in the year, and anyone entering school or a job struggled heavily. Rises in anxiety and depression all over the world occurred, and we became accustomed to something called the Zoom University, where we sat behind a screen in a fake classroom next to people that we were nowhere near. Everyone is going through this pandemic together, and nobody has experienced something that is so dissimilar to the other. Life is slowly coming back, giving opportunities to other people to actually see and meet people in person now that people are getting vaccinated and numbers are going down. A couple solutions that we proposed for the problem. Our first one was joining a social club, fraternities, sororities, academic teams. Fraternities, not strict to just like a social thing. There's business ones, there's things for your majors, and I'm sure there are other clubs that you can find to meet other people and further your education, your understanding, anything you're interested in. Our second issue or solution was don't stay in your dorm. Go attend school events, career fairs, social fairs, job fairs, club fairs. I remember freshman year, we had something on campus where we had like a zoo and everyone got to like hang out around llamas and pet llamas. Three, meet people through the people that you already know, such as your roommate. I know a lot of my friends came from my roommate from freshman year as he was already in a social club. So that helped me to meet a lot of people in my first year at school and develop those relationships. Our first solution was trying to get to know your classmates through group work or studying for exams. This is self-explanatory. If you guys are in the same mindset and doing the same things and same kind of work, then it makes sense to have a friend during it all.
So for our next slide, we're going to talk about how everybody who's going into college their first year struggles with some type of anxiety or some type of feeling of being anxious and starting a new year out. So we found this YouTube video, which basically goes through a bunch of different kids that are entering college and talking about their fears and what makes them nervous. So we're going to watch the first like 30 seconds of that.
I think one of my biggest fears when I was coming into college was having and withholding a lot of different identities that might even seem contradicting to some people, and seeing if I would be able to find a place in a family and a support system here on campus. And I think I was able to overcome that by connecting with other students and even faculty, so I don't just feel like I found my place socially, but kind of institutionally.
I was afraid that moving from a big city to a rural town that I wouldn't really fit in, but now that I'm here, I definitely do fit in, and I feel comfortable.
Well, my fear is coming into college. We're coming from a small high school. I had the bond between teachers and really.
So after watching that video, we kind of did some further research on the topic. Like Anton said, we looked through a lot of resources at the library, found a lot of videos, and just kind of came to the conclusion that every kid that goes into college kind of has the same struggle of dealing with this anxiety. So there's some of the solutions that we chose to overcome this anxiety of going to college and starting kind of a new chapter in your life is, like we said, joining a social club. So, you know, any type of social club that your school has to offer, feeling connected to your university, going to events that they throw, meeting all those new people who have similar interests as you, surrounding yourself with people that have the same interests as you, which all of these kind of tie in together, just kind of finding people that you mold with the best. And included in that is attending social and sporting events, which is another great way to make friends and, you know, become friends with your classmates or your roommates or whoever. College is where you make friends for life. So it's important that you go in, you don't have to be 100% confident. Everybody's going to be nervous. Everybody's going to be fearful, but just know that everybody's going through the same thing. So get out there, do what you can do. And one day, someday down the road, you'll have friends in college and it'll be great for you.